In everyday life, conflicts pop up all the time, dragging us into these never-ending cycles of drama. Understanding the Karpman drama triangle can really shed light on how to break free from these frustrating patterns. Consider a person who moves through all three roles in the Karpman drama triangle. Initially, they adopt the victim role, saying things like, "Why does this always happen to me?" or "I can't do anything right." This expression seeks to draw sympathy and assistance. When this doesn't yield the desired outcome, they shift to the rescuer role, offering solutions to help, saying, "Let me fix this for you," or "I'll take care of everything." However, this attempt to control the situation often leads to frustration. Finally, the individual transitions into the persecutor role, lashing out with phrases like, "This is all your fault," or "You're so incompetent," projecting their anger and blame onto others. This cycle of guilt trips, insults, and shifting blame can feel like being trapped in a tumble dryer, with your head spinning round and round. As an observer, you can detach from this emotional whirlwind by sitting back and watching their tantrum cycle unfold. You avoid getting entangled in the drama. This perspective allows you to maintain your composure and not be swept up in their destructive patterns, ultimately preserving your mental and emotional well-being. As Grandmother Willow in Pocahontas wisely said, sometimes the right path is not the easiest one. Similarly, Albert Einstein observed, "We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them." And as the Bible states, "You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free." The victim isn't necessarily someone who's been wronged, but rather someone who feels or acts like one. This role is characterized by the feeling of powerlessness. The victim believes that nothing can be done to change their situation, adopting a stance of "for me." This belief system prevents real change and keeps the individual stuck. Once they've exhausted the victim role, they often turn to the persecutor or rescuer, maintaining the drama until they get what they want. As the nursery rhyme goes, "The itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout, down came the rain and washed the spider out." The rescuer's mantra is, "Let me help you." This role is a classic enabler, feeling compelled to save others while ignoring their own problems. The rescuer feels justified in their efforts, even when their help fails. When this happens, they shift into the persecutor role. The rescuer's actions keep others dependent and prevent them from understanding the underlying issues, thus maintaining a cycle of drama. As the children's tale of the boy who cried wolf warns, a liar will not be believed even when he speaks the truth. I'm just guessing for a moment, you know exactly what I mean. You've likely been blamed for things that weren't your fault. The persecutor is the critical and angry part of the drama cycle, insisting it's all your fault when challenged. The persecutor often shifts roles, becoming the victim or rescuer, continually perpetuating the drama cycle. The persecutor's rigid stance keeps the cycle moving as they continually blame others for the conflict. To quote Franklin D. Roosevelt, "The only thing we have to fear is fear itself." The key to breaking free from this cycle lies in becoming an observer. Learning to escape the drama triangle involves noticing and understanding the roles we all play. By observing the dynamics at play, we can step outside the cycle and refuse to participate in these destructive patterns. When we recognize the victim, rescuer, and persecutor roles within ourselves and others, we gain the power to choose different responses. We can take responsibility for our actions, set healthier boundaries, and foster genuine constructive interactions. The observer's perspective allows us to see the broader dysfunction and harm caused by these roles and empowers us to act in a truly responsible and altruistic manner. The build-up to recognizing the Karpman drama cycle is a transformative journey that starts with you. Yes, you. As you begin to notice your interactions more closely, you may start to see the subtle patterns and roles, persecutor, rescuer, and victim, playing out in your daily life. This is a powerful moment of awakening, and you'll start to see these roles in real time. And here's the exciting part. With this newfound awareness, you can step outside these roles, becoming an observer of the drama cycle rather than a participant. Imagine the freedom and empowerment that comes with breaking the cycle of drama and embracing a more authentic and fulfilling way of living. As Bruce Wayne said it in Batman Begins, it's not who I am underneath, but what I do that defines me. Whereas Paul the Apostle once said, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. In the early 1990s, IBM faced a severe financial crisis, teetering on the edge of collapse. The company, once a giant in the tech industry, had become entangled in internal conflicts and a blame culture, with departments pointing fingers at the other for the declining performance. When Lou Gerstner was appointed CEO in 1993, he quickly recognized this destructive dynamic. Rather than rescuing any specific group or endorsing the blame game, Gerstner focused on restructuring the company, promoting accountability, and shifting the corporate culture towards a customer-focused approach. He initiated a series of bold changes, including cost reductions, layoffs, and a return to IBM's roots in business-to-business services. Gerstner's leadership led to one of the most remarkable turnarounds in corporate history. By 1994, IBM reported $392 million in profits, and by 1999, the stock price had soared from a low of $10 per share to $123 per share. The company's market capitalization grew from $29 billion to $168 billion during his tenure. This transformation not only saves IBM, but also set a precedent for how businesses can break free from the drama. Think of the diplomatic interactions during the Cuban Missile Crisis in 1962. President John F. Kennedy and his administration recognized the potential for falling into the Karpman drama triangle roles. The Soviet placement of missiles in Cuba could have been seen as an act of aggression, prompting the US to react defensively or retaliate. Instead, Kennedy's administration chose a strategic blockade and engaged in back-channel communications, effectively stepping out of the typical drama roles. This approach allowed for a de-escalation of the crisis and ultimately led to a peaceful resolution, demonstrating the power of recognizing and managing these dynamics on the global stage. Today, let's dive into this concept that affects us all, whether in our personal relationships or professional endeavors. Think about a recent conflict or challenging situation you faced. Did you find yourself blaming others, persecutor, rushing to fix things for someone else, rescuer, or feeling overwhelmed and powerless, victim? Take a moment and reflect. Awareness is the first step towards change. Now consider how you can shift your perspective. Instead of reacting impulsively, try stepping back and observing the dynamics at play. Ask yourself, how can I approach this situation differently? By becoming more mindful of these roles, you can begin to break free from their grip. Start practicing self-awareness. Pay attention to your own behaviors and responses in different scenarios. Are you inadvertently reinforcing these roles? Awareness empowers you to choose more constructive ways of interacting. Most people understand the importance of effective communication. Everyone benefits from striving for open dialogue and mutual understanding. You already know how to set clear boundaries to prevent role dominance in relationships. Some people find that boundaries create space for respect and healthier interactions. Most of us experience the need for clearer boundaries in our relationships. It's a very common experience to appreciate the benefits of respectful interactions. Everyone values mutual understanding and respectful communication. You've known all along how to foster healthier relationships through effective communication. Maybe there was a time when you didn't realize the impact. Sooner or later, everyone realizes the importance. In every culture, people recognize the value of mutual respect in interactions. It gives everyone a sense of pleasure to engage in open and understanding dialogue. I want to encourage you today. Breaking free from the drama triangle isn't easy, but it's entirely possible. Believe in your ability to influence others. Each day presents new opportunities for growth and transformation. Let's approach this journey as a path to freedom from drama. Embrace the opportunity to empower others with healthier relationships and positive outcomes. Your commitment to self-awareness and intentional action will create a ripple effect, fostering a sense of relaxation and liberation from unnecessary drama. As the wise Edmund Hillary once said, "It is not the mountain we conquer, but ourselves." Or to quote Ronald Reagan, "Peace is not absence of conflict. It is the ability to handle conflict by peaceful means." As we conclude our journey through the Karpman drama triangle and its impact on our lives, remember that by recognizing and addressing roles like persecutor, rescuer, and victim, we can cultivate drama-free relationships and find greater fulfillment. I can only imagine someone as fabulous as you will start taking proactive steps today, whether it's with your family, at work, or friends, and commit to breaking free from these drama patterns. In the words of the Proverbs, a gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. Reflect on these words as you navigate your relationships. As the song goes, let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Believe in your ability to create a harmonious life. The idea or aspiration of a world without drama or unnecessary conflict, where interactions are characterized by peace, harmony, and positivity. Thank you for joining me on this transformative journey towards a drama-free world.